Hey guys, Taro here bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Kholodny Ferma Winter. Playing for you today, spawning on the left we have ASSBAG playing as Austere, and his loadout is Elite Troops, Mobile Defense and Lightning More. ASSBAG, you know, quite a well known player, I've cast him a few times, well known for his conscript spam. Currently about rank 50 as Austere. Against him, spawning on the right is Pure Heart, playing as the Soviets, and his loadout is Soviet Industry, Shock Rifle Frontline, and Lend-Lease. Pure Heart currently rank 26 as Soviets. We've got two highly ranked players here. Oh, this could be trouble. Okay. He's definitely worried about wiring himself in there. So that wire didn't really work there for ASSBAG. But nice try. Most players actually rush up here, try and defend this garrison, wire this section off, which impedes this player, makes them go around here the long way. Because as we know, losing control of this garrison is super punishing. Machine gun in a nice spot there, suppresses that squad. This squad uraring for the building, looks like they're gonna get it too. Of course, Kholodny Ferma Winter slightly different. You can see this extends a little bit further. There's no cover down here, cover's over here instead. So yeah, slightly different cover positioning for Kholodny Ferma Winter, and also these two buildings slightly closer together. So machine guns can fight from building to building here, where they can't in the summer variety. So it actually makes it quite strong for the Brits, because obviously the Vic is very powerful. And those garrison to garrison exchanges. Pioneers in a tough spot here, taking a lot of damage, but at the same time conscripts in the garrison taking a lot of damage from this MG. Set up at quite long, well not quite long range, that's like medium long range. Obviously you can see the edge, how much range back there, but I think he's going to end up losing to these conscripts shortly. Oh, in fact they all of a sudden connect a lot of shots in a row, and that's the thing with conscripts. High damage, low accuracy, so all of a sudden they can just burst you down like that. It's like they're uraring and trying to get to this garrison, but that's not going to happen. But still, I think it's gone pretty well for Pure Heart. Still no fuel connection here for ASSBAG, and as you can see from the tactical map, everything connected here for Pure Heart and his side of the map. So it's going really well here for Pure Heart. And that's why I was saying, you know, but that's why he shouldn't have gone with the wire in the center. Should have sent his pioneers up here. Could have avoided this situation. Okay, so we've got a bunker going down here. Looks like he wants to get some healing up. Doesn't matter the munitions though. Got 4 conscripts coming out from Pure Heart, and now he's retreated his comm engineers. Perhaps he's going to start putting down his tech now. If he does this, he'll be in pretty good timing. He can go tier 2 and then straight away go for tier 3. Some players go for a second combat engineering squad in order to build their tech. And, I mean, it's not a bad idea as Soviets to have 2 combat engineering squads. You can get a flamethrower and a sweeper. You can spam mines. I'm quite partial to 2 combat engineers myself. Okay, conscripts ura in to try and maximise their chance of winning this engagement. So they take quite a few model losses, but the scores have been levelled. No, Grenadiers pull ahead, and Grenadiers should win this one now. There we go. ASSBAG trying to hold on to the centre here. You do not want to lose control of this garrison. It makes it extremely hard to push out here, and that would necessitate a mortar probably. or at least a flamethrower, but obviously his munitions control has been dreadful and he's spent all his munitions on that med bunker, so that wouldn't really be an option for him right now. He's jumped out now to send them back for healing, so he's playing very economical in terms of manpower, but he's actually floating a lot. He's going to put down his tier 2, I mean quite an early tier 2. Doesn't have to worry about a T70 yet. Generally when I play ASSBAG I try and get like one more squad than this. Usually the light vehicle comes a little bit later. I mean, you don't have to worry about the M20, but not that that's really popular these days, but I mean it pays to be vigilant, because I mean if you have an M20 out on the field and you've decided not to build tier 2, you could be in deep trouble. Do a lot of damage in those 2 minutes or so. But yeah, I mean, I think the M20 probably needs some buffs. Maybe a decrease in some veterancy requirements. Maybe a slight increase in fuel cost to the 222, which we are about to see from ASSBAG. I wonder if he'll be going with the double 222 strategy, which seems to be very popular these days. 222s do quite well against the T70. Especially if you have better infantry support. If you can get a Faust off as well, you can quite easily take down the T70 that way. Okay, Conscript's ooh-ahhing away. Doesn't have AT grenades, and I wouldn't expect him to get them until after he gets out his T70. So yeah, I mean, spawning on this left-hand side can be tough to hold on to your resources. Obviously there are these 2 garrisons here, but you do have slightly better access to the VPs. So that is the trade-off. And wow, you almost never see anybody use this garrison up here. Of course, there is a blind spot from the side. There's only a door there, no windows. But that actually may work for him. Bit of a slow pace at the moment. Most squads have retreated for pure heart. Does have medics as well, so all the squads back up to full. And I imagine we're about to see some more combat very shortly. Once that T70 hits, things are probably going to heat up quite quickly. In fact, we're going to see G43s from ASSBAG. That means, of course, Lightning War. I suppose one of the benefits of G43s is their cost. They are cheaper than the LMG. I generally don't recommend them, but I think maybe against Soviets that may be the most viable. I mean, if you try and get them against US forces, riflemen will beat you with their bars. If you try and get them against Brits, you'll probably get beaten by long range Brens. Sorry guys, I'm something a bit slow at the moment. Gotta get warmed up into this casting. So T70 on the field. We do have a pack. Just going to come down to positioning here. T70 doing a good job staying behind that line of sight blocker there. ASSBAG just cannot secure his munitions, and we can see Pure Heart is floating up just a crazy amount of munitions right now. He needs to start spamming something, and this is where having the second combat engineer would come in handy. Be able to get some demo charges down, some mines. Oh, one pack shot connects. Is he going? No, even if you used attack round, would connect with the fence rather than shoot through the terrain there, so wouldn't have been able to get the kill there. We did see Pure Heart activate the crew repair, but think from the damage he was taking from the 222 wouldn't have saved him there if that second pack shot had connected. So some pretty tasty MG micro from ASSBAG. You know, he had it up here, he's been moving it around, very diligent with his MG, and that is the hallmark of a good austere player. How they move their machine gun around. They'll be very active with that. Okay, Panzer Grenadiers for ASSBAG. Haven't seen these for a while. If I saw these as Pure Heart, I'd probably be thinking bust out some Shock. Shock's pretty good on this map. Should be able to go toe to toe with those P-Greens. Looks like that was very cheeky there. I think he cancelled his rifle grenade, perhaps hoping to flush them out of cover and do extra damage as they were moving around there. But Pure Heart wasn't falling for it, and then he did it again, and then he dodged it. So a bit of cat and mouse mind games going on here. And I do intend to add grenade cancelling to micro tips and tricks at some point. It's on the list of things to cover. Oh. So mortars battling it out there. It looks like the Austrian mortar got the better, but we're actually going to see a second mortar coming out from Pure Heart, which is very unexpected.
Mortar team has arrived.
P-Green chasing away cons in the north. ASSBAG is hanging in there. He's holding on to that central VP.
Supply sector under attack.
Now he is floating quite a bit of fuel, and this command point clock is quite slow here. Generally when playing Lightning War, you want to keep your options open, so you want to bank up enough fuel that you can straight away tick to tier 3, put down tier 3 and build a tank. Otherwise you can always have the plan B of going straight for a Tiger. You don't want to be caught in that awkward middle ground where you end up with your first Panzer IV at like 12 command points. You're like, god damn, I should have just gone straight for the Tiger. So it's good to bank up a quite sizable amount of fuel before deciding to go for your tier 3, depending on how the match goes. But yeah, as I was saying, quite a slow command point clock so far. It's been a rather... haven't been that many lethal engagements so far. Everyone's... these two players just picking their spots here, and with the addition of a second mortar, probably going to be somewhat stagnant. So Austrian mortar does have tremendous accuracy. See it there, it's already up to 5 kills. Or this could be a dead squad here in the south. Conscript Sandbags actually kind of backfiring on them there, allowing those Grenadiers to not take any damage from those probably 3 T-70 shots there. It probably should have been a wipe, but the T-70 didn't want to close in, take the Faust. But in that case I probably would have actually closed in, because he could have used the crew repair to remove the critical, and he's not hurting for munitions. If you were starved for munitions in that case I wouldn't. But he's got, I mean, 300 munitions spare. Might as well go for the wipes, play a bit more aggressively. So this church extremely low on health now, and with all these mortars on the field, would be very unwise for anybody to get in there for any period of time, really. And also, I mean, if you're playing as austere player on this side, you got to be wary, because door mines on this side of the garrison are a very real threat. shoot through this. I think you could eventually if you had just like sat there and shot for about 30-40 seconds in the exact same spot. I think you'll be able to get through it eventually. We're going to use our Vet 2. Looks like one of the mortars is in range, so they've got to be careful. And now they're bunched up behind light cover. This could backfire. We're going to actually see relief infantry activated here by ASSBAG. You enjoy a bit of relief infantry. So he's somehow managed to save up enough munitions to do that. Get 2 G43s, and it looks like a squad went down there in the garrison. Pretty sure. Oh, whoops. Yeah, green squad did go down there in the garrison. Did get an Osttrooper squad, but that's a consolation prize. That was one of those G43 squads as well. Now 222's getting a bit too aggressive here. About to receive an AT grenade, probably should be. There it goes, T70 now coming in. This squad's been forced away, but perhaps this is a bait. T70 about to run into his pack. Oh, what's he doing here? He's got to stick around to kill the 222, but sacrificing his T70. Perhaps he thought, oh, I'm definitely going to die to this pack. Just stick around and make sure I get the T70 kill. But nice bait there, or nice AT gun positioning by ASSBAG. Definitely a worthwhile trade, taking out the T70 in exchange for that 222. So relief infantry did manage to get 2 squads of Osttrooper from it. In fact, 3 squads. 3 squads of Osttrooper from that relief infantry. Wow, he maximized that. I know that there was a thread where Brad, the former balance designer, said that he wanted to reduce the time that relief infantry was active for. I think it is active for 2 minutes, which is just a crazy long amount of time. For 90 munitions to be able to get 3 squads is probably a bit too strong. Similar with rapid conscription, but that it has a cap of 2 squads of conscripts, and it costs more as well. It costs 120 instead of 90. So yeah, relief infantry, very, very strong ability, often overlooked, but I mean it's only in 2 or 3 doctrines and they're not that popular. Looks like he's about to lose the squad of Osttrooper though. There they go.
An infantry squad has been killed.
And this is the stage where Pure Heart is in a bit of trouble. Conscripts start losing quite badly to these grenadiers, especially if they've got weapon upgrades. And he's got a T-34 to face up against the Panzer IV. This would be a lot more even of a matchup once the balance patch hits, of course, thanks to the faster rate of fire on the main gun of the T-34, but at the moment that definitely goes to the Panzer IV. Especially if they're engaging at long range like that. T-34 does have rather bad penetration at long range, but pretty good penetration in close.
All crews have been trained to repair damaged vehicles. AV-8 flamethrower tanks are now available.
Okay, so Pure Heart going for industry. And we have seen Shadow Rider, for example, have a lot of success on Kholodny Ferma using the KV2. Can be very strong if you put it somewhere here close to the center. Covers an enormous amount of the map. Will mean he has no access to elite infantry. Oh, this is going to be a nasty rifle grenade. Oh, very close to a white. Could still be... No. Lucky escape there by Pure Heart. But he's bleeding like crazy from these
Supplies to the enemy.
con squads. But that being said, he's banked up 1,000 manpower. He's just got nothing to spend it on at the moment. He's got 2 repair stations back here as well, which is very nice. And we're going to see ASSBAG follow up his Panzer IV with the Stug. So this will give him the medium armor superiority, but will probably delay his Tiger. So he's trading off that late game power for a rather large advantage right now. And there we go, we're seeing Pure Heart go for another machine gun. I think that's the right choice. But honestly, this double mortar play, I don't think it's worked out for him that well. But that is in direct fire. Sometimes it can take an extremely long time to pay itself off. And as I was saying before, ASSBAG, now that he's broken all that early harassment, does have easy access to the VP. So he's actually got a VP lead despite being pushed back for quite a long period in the early game. So it's going to be interesting to see what Pure Heart does from here. Could go for an SU-85, and that may actually not be the worst idea, but his fuel is a little bit low. So if he goes to the SU-85 to counter the medium tanks from ASSBAG, he will definitely delay his KV2. He's getting very close to that now, just 1.25 CPs away. Oh, Con Squad goes down to the Panzer IV in the north. And he rebuilds that. Guess he wants to have those snares available. So it looks like Pure Heart is going to decide to go straight for the KV2. But yeah, this is a situation actually where the current iteration of the SU-85 may be better than the balance adjusted one. There's a tremendous rate of fire which makes it very good against medium tanks. Oh man, these guys both connecting with the dirt here. No luck with the... Oh man, bounces and misses aplenty here. But that is what makes COH2 so much fun. There's engagements where you have to be paying so much attention because you never know what's going to happen. Oh, nice split here by ASSBAG, sending his Osttrooper in first, drawing fire, scouting the location of that machine gun, and then bringing in his G43 Greens to do the damage on the flank. And this medium armor superiority actually seems to be working out pretty well here for ASSBAG. He's getting the drain going. He's had a triple cap running for quite a sizable amount of time here. Be interesting to see if he goes for the double Faust here. Probably needs to. No, he's just going to retreat. T-34 was going in for the crush there. Oh, but things may be about to change here. Pure Heart about to get that KV2 out. And the KV2 doesn't have the best penetration, but I think it will be enough to deal with these medium tanks. And now that that T-34 does have Vet 1, he's got 11 kills, which is actually a pretty good kill rate. But yeah, now this Vet 1 could use secure mode, which is actually kind of handy in these situations where you're getting low on VPs. And oh, what was this? He comes in for the flank. Oh no! T-34 takes a KV2 shot, detonates the mine, and there it goes. That's all she wrote. Stug coming in now, trying to put some deeps on the KV2. KV2 backing away, but gets a nice shot off on the Stug. One more shot and that Stug's going to go down here. I don't know why the Stug's going in so deep. KV2 has a very long reload time though. Looks like he decided to shoot at that Osttrooper squad instead. And that was relief infantry popped there by ASSBAG as well, just towards the end of that fight. But yeah, that was greedy stuff there coming in from the flank. I mean, Pure Heart doesn't have an AT gun himself, which is a bit of a misplay. He's got more than enough manpower. Probably should have had one sitting in the center, just like ASSBAG did.
The Sturmgeschütz is ready for use.
And man, I know the pressure when Austria players using relief infantry like this. You just feel like you're wasting your time shooting at these squads because it takes so long before it wears off. 2 minutes. It's almost like they're engaging for free unless you wipe a squad. Don't know if he's set up in this location or not. If he's packing up. No, it looks like he's setting up there. AT gun did have to pull back for reinforcement and healing. So KV2 does have rule of the roost in the center, and at the same time Pure Heart's been doing a good job in the north. Doing some capping and still hasn't spent this munitions yet. Don't think I've seen that much minesweeping from ASSBAG. I mean, he has been doing some obviously, but you know, demo charge may have been useful. 234 now coming out to support the KV2, and KV2 just smashing these squads at super long range. Nice use of attack ground there.
Supply sector under attack.
And you can see that rate of fire there, very, very strong. Needs to mine up this, so get the flanks, mine up here as well. Got to secure this KV2's position.
We have an isolated sector. A sector has been
KV2 in this... No, I think he's a bit too far away to get the repairs from those repair stations.
We are losing territory.
But Pure Heart's definitely feeling the VP pressure now. That being said, I mean, with his current composition, he can cap the center VP very easily. It looks like we're going to see a second Stug coming up from ASSBAG. This is very unexpected. Looks like he's bringing this Stug around. Maybe he's going to come in for a flank on the KV2, and still no AT gun for Pure Heart. This is really perplexing. Don't know why he doesn't have a Zis right now. Here comes the Stug, but it looks like it's going to be spotted by these conscripts, which are going to get an AT grenade off on it. It's T-34 here in the south, should probably be fighting those Ostrupen. And those P greens now starting to pay dividends at Vet 2. That's when they start trading really effectively. Got to be careful though with the KV2 and this many mortars on the field. They are subject to being wiped very easily. And what's this KV2 doing? He's getting very aggressive here. Oh, but he almost wipes his green squad. A lot of damage going in. He's got to try to shoot one more shot at it. As you can see though, the reload time just so long. Needs to be in that, what is it called? Firing positions mode. So he's going to back it away to these double repair stations. That is very handy. And this is a third Stug coming up for ASSBAG. I'm sure Imperial Dane would be loving this. And this is working because Pure Heart doesn't have any AT guns himself. This is just... I don't understand what he's doing here. At the very least he could build a... well no, he needs one. He needs one Zis. And then maybe you can think about an SU-85, but he's very close to pop cap at the moment. Because of these double mortars. But the mortars now kind of filling a similar role to the KV2. But as I was saying, he definitely needs to mine this region up to prevent these Stug flanks, because it looks like ASSBAG wants to get one of those going. big force going here to the south. Oh man, these squads caught out on negative cover as well against that MG. They have to retreat.
We have lost an MG.
Oh, but just like that, I think I missed it. But I think a mortar and a KV2 shell landed on the machine gun at the same time, and that's actually destroyed. Okay, I don't even know where that happened. It was over there, I think. And I think that was a Vet 2 machine gun, so that's a nice pickup there for Pure Heart. Ooh, as I was saying, you gotta be careful with those pea greens. Can get wiped very easily by that KV2. T-34 now in the south. So it's gonna come down to setting up a attack of some description. Whoever can catch the other out of position could do a lot of damage here. It looks like actually one demo charge was placed here, but I must have missed that. Going off. KV2 gets a good couple shots off on the Stug. Oh, but now what's this guy doing? He's charging in. He's charging in trying to get that Stug, but there's a lot more Stugs. The Stug facing the wrong direction. Maybe he's going to get it. Depends on the penetration here. He does. Pretty even trade though, honestly. Stug and Panzer IV cost similar amounts. But maybe this KV2 can get one more shot off? No. Stug. So yeah, Pure Heart continues to lock down the center, but having a lot of trouble on either flank at the moment. Gonna go for another T-34, so he just built a fresh one as well. So that's going to be his decision. T-34 is supporting the KV2. Here he goes, he's coming in for the Stug. I think this needs 2 more shots to die though, and we've got 2 Stugs here. He's going to try to circle it. A nice use of attack round through the hedge on the second Stug. Oh, but he bounces thanks to the armoured skirts. Here comes the close air support. Down goes the T-34. Stug's still alive. Will the KV2 get one more shot off? Oh, and he does! He takes down the Vet 2 Stug! Oh, man! Oh, man. So I think Pure Heart came out on top there, taking down the Vet 2 Stug, and ASSBAG popping Stug close air support, but I don't think they even managed to fire at anything. But as you may have seen on that video on my channel from a couple of days ago, can't be bringing in a plane here even after a tank in this region, even after those planes have disappeared. This is quite a buggy ability.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
You can still see the radius there. Planes can come back for the last laugh on occasion. Okay, there we go. Stolen Pack gets one shot off on the Panzer IV, and now it's taking engine damage. Stug's still being repaired. But things are looking pretty good for Pure Heart right now. He's been doing really good attack ground. Oh, but conscript squad went down to these mines maybe. Or was that a green squad? I don't know. Oh, but Stug now in a bad spot. What was that? What was that? Whoa, what? Oh man, he got just smashed there. Stolen Pack, KV2 and T-34 take down that Stug.
The enemy has killed another infantry squad.
Looks like a con squad went down, but now T-34 is going in deep for the Panzer IV, but Panzer IV is probably got enough health to win this engagement. Looks like the Panzer IV maybe having its line of sight blocked here. It needs to activate prioritized vehicles. Are they going to try duke it out here? Panzer IV bouncing. Oh man, I'm missing all these squads dying whilst all this is going on. Oh, and there we go. Panzer IV snipes it at long range. KV2's moving up though. Maybe going to try to kill this Panzer IV. Got to remember its reload time extremely bad. But it is V2 now. Okay, it gets accuracy and range, looks like. And it gains speed. Don't know if it gains any reload buffs from its veterancy. Not that familiar with KV2's vet, unfortunately.
The enemy still has 300 points.
And those S-mines were the gift that just kept on giving. KV2 now set up in a very aggressive positioning, but here comes the pack, but this is rather suicidal. Probably going to go down, but no, KV2 shot connects with the garrison. Conscripts go down to those G43s and continues to connect with the garrison. Now this is taking a damaged engine, but so is the Panzer IV. He's removed the... oh, I keep forgetting this firing positions mode. KV2 trying to back away. Probably going to take down this Panzer IV. No, he's changing targets to the repair pioneers. Mortars goes down to this P-Green squad. Looks like Conscript's going to Ura in here and get the AT grenade off, finishing the job. No, doesn't even need to. Manages to shoot through that garrison. Maybe he's going to be able to take down... no. In fact, no, he needs to keep backing away from that advancing pack. Oh, but he doesn't! How did that pack get 2 shots off it? It gained so much veterancy during that engagement. Got to Vet 2, its rate of fire increased. Takes down the KV2 there. Massive loss for Pure Heart. He just stuck around there for a bit long. Maybe he was getting blocked by this mortar crew as well. Huge loss there. As you can see, because he's been spamming these T-34s now, he's nowhere near being able to afford a replacement. So he's in big trouble. That being said, I mean, these army sizes are quite similar. As you can see, 40 versus 39. And we've got all these mortars down here which could be recruited and boost up his army. But at the same time, Pack's about to be recruited here. T-34's in a bad spot. Probably going to take engine damage. Stuck about halfway there. The T-34 really just has to stick it out here. Try kill this Pack. Otherwise it's going to die here for sure. No, he's a bit late, so he's trying to shoot it through the garrison, but his main gun is a bit rubbish at that. And this Pack actually shooting through the building quite effectively here. One mortar gets stolen by ASSBAG, and now the T-34 just trying to chase down this Pack, but he's having no success. And here's the Stug finally out on the field. ASSBAG has managed to stall for long enough. No, Pack gets decrewed, but Stug's going to finish the job on the T-34. Maybe he'll be able to steal it. No, mortar shell connects with the conscripts. Now they can't even steal that Pack. Well, they could, but he'd lose the Vet 3 cons, and oh, he may lose them anyway. Another mortar shell connects. That is the austere mortar. Yeah. Vet 3 austere mortar, that thing is so lethal, man, so lethal. Nice use of air mines here on the fuel. Always a good idea. Makes it very hard for your opponent to harass your fuel. If you chuck down air mines, they need to send a vehicle over here to crush them. Or a sweep over there, otherwise they stand to lose squads. Looks like the Pack is perhaps going to get stolen. He's desperately trying to wheel that away to safety. I'm still surprised Pure Heart at no point in this game alters this, despite being against this many Stugs. But I mean, that being said, if he just kept his KV2 alive, probably have this game in the bag here. So he's now at that fuel point where he could go for a T-34, but I think he's going to try to stall out for the KV2, but in the process could lose a lot of VPs. The good thing though about the Stug, not very good against infantry. If this was a Panzer IV, Pure Heart would be in a lot more trouble in that respect. And he still hasn't recruited that mortar there. I feel like that's a mistake. So now indirect fire superiority goes to ASSBAG, having stolen that Soviet mortar. And it probably means he's going to have better control of the centre. And he continues to harass the southern VP extremely well. Keeps flanking around, avoiding those machine guns. And it looks like he's about to set up a triple cap. We have some squads going to the north, but that's Vet 3. Oh no, where were they? No, they're in the south. Yeah, that's just Ostrov, and he should easily be able to overwhelm that position. Koship's trying to cap the centre. Chinese perhaps. But that's just what I was saying about those mortars being in the centre. They're locking it down for ASSBAG right here. So at this stage, I mean, I think he kind of has to abandon going for the centre. Maybe leave one MG just covering this approach so he can't get flanked. I think he's firing at this AT tank wreck. I know that some people think that targeting wrecks can result in suppressing squads behind wrecks more quickly, but I did some testing and I didn't find that to be true. Oh, is he going to steal another? He does. I mean, Pure Heart has such a long time to recrew that, and now ASSBAG's going to have 3 mortars. All crewed by Ostrup, so very, very cheap for him to steal all those mortars. Okay, no, Pure Heart doesn't save. Does go for the T-34. I'm really surprised, because, you know, he dropped in a couple supply drops. Would have been quite close to the KV-2, but getting very, very low on VP, so he feels that he just has to go for broke here, otherwise he's going to lose. Another Stug coming out for ASSBAG, and he's also got enough munitions for these Stug close air supports, so this T-34 maybe going to have a bit of a hard time here. Is he going to be able to get around the arc? No, he gets suppressed and has to retreat. Stug though versus T-34. T-34 in a bad spot, perhaps. Maybe he can flank it. Here it comes. Gets the first penetrating shot off. That is good news for the T-34 because that Stug actually has decent frontal armor. He continues to stay behind the Stug. I think he's going to get the Stug here. Other Stugs are trying to come down. Could take AA T grenades here for the damaged engine. Nice juking by Pure Heart, but he's taking damage from that Stug. Oh no, and he gets destroyed just before he gets that last shot off on the Stug. Abandoned here as well. And at no point did Pure Heart use AA T grenades against that Stug. Perhaps that would have slowed this down enough for him to get the kill with the T-34, but he's going to go in with the conscripts, try and finish off the Stug with a T-grenades, but I don't know if he's going to be able to... No, he can't. So yeah, perhaps a bit of a misplay there by Pure Heart. And now with 2 Maxims sitting on top of each other, yeah, that's not going to end up going well. All these mortars going to make short work of that. So I feel like maybe Pure Heart would be slightly better served by setting his MG down here, covering the VP, but being able to cover 2 approaches. At the moment he's kind of vulnerable to squads coming in this way, and of course squads coming around this way. In fact, I think ASSBAG's coming around this way most times recently, so perhaps he should just set it up in this direction. Kind of counterintuitive, but you got to adapt to what your opponent's doing. G43's making short work of these cons, especially if they keep charging forwards like this. Now negative cover, he's maybe going to lose his Vet 3 cons here. Too busy trying to micro this KV-8. and packed, but here comes the Stuka close air support. It's about a third of the damage. No, damage engine now as well onto the KV-8. Oh man, this couldn't go any worse. Those random engine damage crits when tanks go below 50% health, man. Another one of those just really frustrating RNG instances in code, but Stuka close air support does require line of sight, so they don't come in for the second strafe on the KV-8, and it looks like it's going to limp away to safety to the repair stations, but he's still extremely low on VP's pure heart. And how is this squad over here pinned? That's what I'd like to know. Like, honestly, how are they still pinned? Okay, it looks like maybe they got suppressed by the Maxim, and then maybe the models on the Maxim were still shooting at them. So the way that suppression... I've got a Star Series coming out on suppression any day now, so you can learn about it there. But it's to do with the out of combat suppression recovery bonus, and they weren't out of combat because they're being shot at by those crew members.
The sector is at risk.
Okay, so now I've got 3 medium tanks against the KV-8, and the KV-8 does have decent armor, can bounce the occasional shot from the Panzer IV, but unlikely to bounce Stug shots. And honestly, I mean, it's not that durable. It used to be a real weapon. I mean, it was, the flame damage was doing like 4 times more than it should have, but since then, it's been an option, but it's not great. Not like it was when Barton used it in OCF. It was rather overpowered. So we've got 3 machine guns versus 3 mortars. Who's going to win this one? Probably the mortars. We've got a lot of supporting Ostrup, and that relief infantry has really paid dividends for ASSBAG so far. Now KV-8 tries to go to the north, but the Panzer IV's up there. Maybe going to burn out this before trying to retreat. But he's derping around here. Here he goes. And that is one thing the KV-8 can do. Roasts buildings extremely well. Now perhaps going to switch to the 45mm gun, as I like to call it, the pea shooter. Did not decide to chase there, perhaps expecting an AT gun ambush, but that is not the case. Stokes charging in here, but there's a pack here and they don't have the machine gun upgrade, so there's very little they can do. Looks like they're going after the KV-8. He's gone deep here, and he's going to find it too. Sandwiching from the north with the Panzer IV, and there it goes. Very daring play by ASSBAG. I mean, if there were mines here, that could have gone horribly, horribly wrong. In fact, target weak point goes off. One of these Stugs could go down here, perhaps. It's got a T-34 in production. Conscripts come in here for an AT grenade. And there goes the Stug. Looks like a machine gun went down the center. Very hectic engagement. It's hard to keep track of what's going on. And we're going to see a flak panzer now from ASSBAG. Probably a good idea, honestly. Got a lot of conscripts and machine guns to deal with, and only one AT gun. Doesn't have much of an armor threat. Relief infantry popped again by ASSBAG. Oh, and that building gets destroyed there, and I think that's the death knell for Pure Heart. He's lost too many squads. Too many tanks. I feel like, yeah, going for the KV-8 was just a big mistake. At some point, I feel like he should have tried to save up for another KV-2. Probably around the time when he used all those supply drops. I know he was very low on VPs, but as we can see here, what he's built hasn't been working out too well. Okay, he's going to use sprints to get into the capping circle to stop the cap there. And oh no, he surrenders. It looks like he was about to lose his T-34 to the Strug and the Flak Panzer combo. Just out of this game. Wow, what a back and forth game. Really good game by both these players. Got to see some very off-meta play. I'm very surprised ASSBAG never went for a Tiger. But there you go. I mean, and the relief infantry usage was just excellent. Maybe this ability a little bit overpowered. Perhaps its duration should be reduced or perhaps capped to 2 squads like rapid conscription. But that's a discussion for another day. Anyway guys, I'll wrap on that. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise I'll catch you off the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.